And it's all to do with this generation, this whole millennial bullshit. And it's like, it's the most annoying shit in the world, man. I had a female the other day ask me if I was slut shaming her. I ain't never been asked that before. See, what I don't understand is how or why this generation, this upcoming generation, thinks it's okay to run and hide from natural human emotion, such as shame, fear, anxiety, depression, instead of facing it and dealing with it. And they get so offended if you try to point something out. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if someone calls me a bitch, I'm going to just look at you sideways like a mug. And because I know I'm not a bitch. Like, you twisted. And if I did anything to be categorized as that, I'm going to correct myself. You know what I'm saying? If I call a bitch a thought, I'm not doing that to hurt you. I'm not doing that to push you down. I'm not doing that for no other fucking reason other than because it's true. If you suck 20 niggas' dicks, I'm gonna call you a fucking thought. Don't get mad at me. You did it. You know what I'm saying? All I did was point it out. And when you do get mad at me for pointing out the truth, why? Like, why are you so afraid of the truth? Like, why are you so, like, I don't get this millennial generation at all. Like, they're just pussies. Like, it's funny, you know? Because, like, now I can't say shit. Now no one can really say, like, what's on their minds, you know what I'm saying, without somebody getting offended or pissed off at it. And it's pathetic. Because now we don't talk about the real issues, and this country is going to shit, and everybody is losing their minds over nothing, you know? Like, how many was it? 20,000 kids got separated from their parents at the border? And Trump just signed a fucking bill to overturn his fucking decision? We let that happen. We let that happen. The American people let that happen. I'm Mexican. That's not okay. We let that happen because we were focused on little shit. Think about that. Like, think about that. We were focused on such little shit that kids won't see their parents anymore. Fuck this generation, right? And now everybody want to just, like, point fingers. Like, oh, it's Trump's fault. And Trump want to say, oh, it's the Democrats' fault. Don't fucking matter whose fault it was. Kids are... This last generation, for real. That second thing is true. Actually, you can get away with it. But, it doesn't matter whose fault it was, you know what I'm saying? Kids or families got separated regardless of who wants to point fingers at who. And that's not okay. And us as Americans, we let that shit happen. You know, like, that's... Parents these days, they're worried about, like, what their kid's cake is like, baked in, you know? Oh, I don't want BPM, like, plastic in that shit. Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how stupid that is? Ask any older person if they said that to their mom or if they said that to their aunt, what the fuck would they say back? Son, get the fuck out of here. You gonna eat this cake. It's delicious as fuck. This generation is shit. This next generation is shit. Alfonso? What part of Texas? Shit, I'm in Denison right now. I'm at the crib. Got my puppy. But what part of Texas? And I really want someone who's younger to like clarify for me as to like what the fuck they like think about. Instagram likes, Snapchat scores, video games. They don't give a fuck about their reputation unless it's shit. They don't give a fuck what their parents think. They don't give a fuck about their elders. They don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. Like, they just don't give a fuck. Like, that makes no sense to me. How can you not care what people think, what the people who love you think about you? How does that not matter to somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're just not focused on it. It's not that they want you to hate them. It's that they just don't care. It's zero to them, you know? And that's pitiful to me. Like, no respect, like, for anything. And, like, you know, you got younger kids complaining about to their parents, like, that they took their car for a week. You think that, like, I get when you're young, like, shit sucks, you know what I'm saying? You just want to bitch about shit, throw a little temper tantrum. I get that, you know what I'm saying? I was young once too, you know what I'm saying? But, like, with this younger generation, you got older people who are becoming older, still bitching about childish things. Come on. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, and people are getting hurt from it. You know, the national suicide rate is up, like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and no one cares. When's the last time any of y'all have ever seen a suicide on the news? We have been taught to be like that, but you accepted that lesson. But us as American people accepted that lesson. We decided to take that knowledge and apply it to our lives. Knowledge is only 50% of the power. You feel me? Applying it to your life is the other 50. You feel me? Regardless of what we're taught. I mean, we're taught in school a bunch of different shit. How much of that shit do you still believe, though? Niggas go to church as a kid. They don't believe it when they grown. You feel me? Regardless of what you're taught, it's your decision to apply that knowledge to your life. You feel me? So don't, like, no one can point fingers here. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked up too. I fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not innocent in any of this. Feel me? It's just progressively getting worse, and I'm noticing it. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. But what does that have to do with anything? If you are actually using close to 100% of your brain, then why not actually use it and realize that a lesson is wrong? Like, think. You know what I'm saying? If you have that much access to your brain, which is an amazing piece of creation, why not actually use that? And think for yourself. And what's sad is most of the American population cannot answer that question. And it's demeaning to us, you know? People come to this country because it's supposed to be one of the greatest countries in the world. And us as American people demean what it means to be an American because we cannot think and do not think for ourselves. Actually, let me rephrase, because we do not think. We can, we just don't. And people hate that. People hate that people tell them that. You know what I'm saying? People hate the truth, because the truth sucks. Life life actually sucks. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, you know, like, money problems, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna tell you different. No one's gonna tell you different. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna have fucking problems, regardless of who you are, how much money you got, any of that bullshit. You're always gonna have problems. And people hate that. People hate that. Oh, once I'm rich, I'll be fine. Oh, once I get that bitch, I won't be stressing. And people hate it when you tell them, hey, once you get that bitch, there's gonna be another bad bitch that you're gonna want. I have no idea what that is. You know what I'm saying? The devil's greatest trick is convincing everybody that he existed. If there's something in your life that you don't like, it's because of you. You can always walk away. You can always go somewhere else. You can always get rid of it. You can always tell a person to fuck off. If there's something that you do not have, it's because of you. If you broke, go get a fucking job. If you know what I'm saying? You can fucking do something about your situation all the time. The only thing in this world that you are in control of is yourself. You feel me? And people hate that. People hate that. They hate it. They hate it. They wanna blame everybody else for their fucking problems, and they wanna expect shit from everybody. You ask for forgiveness from God? What what would I need forgiveness for? Assuming that God is real, what would I need forgiveness for? Why would I ask forgiveness if this was part of his plan? If God knew this was gonna happen and I was gonna do all this shit, why the fuck would I ask for? Why would I ask for him for his forgiveness? I've sinned. He knew I was gonna sin. I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna own that shit. I fucked up. He knew I was gonna fuck up. Don't forgive me, nigga. I made that choice. Now I have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would I ask God for forgiveness? And why the fuck would I ask God for anything? Back then, like 2 years ago. In 20s, I have no idea. Probably for the bad choices you made. I don't even know who this is. But I made those bad choices. I did that. That was on me. So why the fuck would I make it God's problem if I knew damn well what I was doing? He didn't fuck up, so why the fuck should I ask him for anything? Why should I ask him for anything? No. If you do anything wrong to your friends or family, you should correct whatever the fuck you did wrong and let them know that you're actually fucking sorry. You know what I'm saying? My dad, if I ever apologized to my dad when I was a kid, he would slap me and say, don't apologize, do better. Don't apologize, do better. The fuck would I apologize for if I know I did wrong and I can do better? I'll wait for the answer. You know what I'm saying? Apologies are worthless. Words are worthless. This generation doesn't understand that. Words don't mean a goddamn thing. Thank you. Appreciate it.